Just crawled out of bed. It's end of December here, or mid-December here in Adelaide, Australia. Amazing place to be a cyclist. Adelaide, Australia produces more top-level cyclists than any city on the planet in the last 3 decades. The last 30 years, Adelaide has released more World Tour riders than any city on the planet. A lot of riders aren't born in Adelaide, but they come here and they get groomed up by the environment, the training bunches here, the variety, the air quality, the lifestyle. Adelaide lifestyle, rest hard, train hard. It's amazing. Just getting around Adelaide is so easy. It's fucking amazing. Anyway, this is a cycling hack that 2 hacks, going to give you 2 hacks. Value. Add value, bro. This one I learned from Steve Hogg back in the day. If you don't know who Steve Hogg is, he is a bike fit, the GOAT, in my opinion. And he has a protege, Neil Stanbury, who you've seen when with Cam Nichols' RCA YouTube channel there. So Neil Stanbury reminded me the importance of what Steve Hogg told me 20 years ago. But back then I was in my 20s, like, yeah, mobility, yeah, it sounds wanky, yoga. I'm a cyclist, I don't do that, you know. But anyway, so I started getting yoga over 20 years ago and made improvements, but I sort of the last few years, I sort of, whatever reasons, fell off. And then mobility issues come in, and then you tie it on the bike. When you tie it on the bike like this, you cannot maximize your VO2 max. Impossible. You can take all the shit in the world. You will not maximize your aerobic capacity when you ride like this, okay? All hinched up like that, okay? Now, if you can relax everything by getting this foam roller on the ground and straighten up more, you have all these muscles, intercostal muscles, whatever you want to call them, all those can loosen up so you can get a better expansion of your lungs and your diaphragm, everything. So, huge tip, man. Before you go out and do your TT, get a foam roller. You get it for $5 off Marketplace. They last for 99 years. Put it on the ground and just roll on that, all right? It feels really awkward at the start, but just roll on that. Roll out your upper back, your neck, your lower back. And I guarantee that ride, or even that run, you will be able to breathe better. And hey, if you can breathe better, you can go faster. Because it's all about oxygen, baby. Red blood cells is good. What's more important is how much oxygen you can dump to those red blood cells. Because you can have high red blood cell count, that's fantastic. But if you're all tight, you can't breathe properly, bye-bye VO2 max potential. So that's the big tip, man. Roll it out. It's fucking that simple. I can't believe it, you know. Can't believe it. So thanks to Steve Hogg, thanks to Neil Stanbury for the, Steve Hogg for the initiation, Stanbury for the reminder. Okay, so easy to forget important things in life. Next tip, man. There's 2 things, the 2 biggest things that control the quality of our life, how we experience life, and that's the meaning we give to things. The meaning we give to things. For some people, this is just a funky colored piece of plastic foam. Chuck it out. Get rid of it. For me, this is a foam roller. This increases my performance in life because I can roll out my back. Okay? So the meaning we give to things determines our emotions. I see a foam roller, I'm like, man, that's a foam roller. Yeah, fuck yeah. My emotions are positive because I'm like, man, this is a baby. Yeah, this is worth it. This is worth a lot of money to me, man. The quality of life a foam roller gives me today, crazy. But back in the day, foam roller for me is like, it's just another thing to do. Boring. It's not sexy. It's not fancy. I can't brag to someone, oh man, I did the foam roller this morning. You impressed? Like, it doesn't give you much significance, does it? But this gives me a lot of certainty it's going to improve my performance. So the meaning we give things determines the emotions we feel. Yesterday, I've had no stims, by the way, this morning. This is just my high-level fitness coming through, the energy, the vitality. Yesterday, Norton Summit, I did the hardest bunch ride in the world. It's a super elite group started by Alan Gill in 1888. Shout out to Alan, he's the evergreen. But it's a super elite ride, all right? And it's just, these days, it goes through cycles of hitters who come, but yesterday was just top level Australian cycling talent. Super fast bunch. I think it's fast time list. So it was 11:30 out at Norton's by Tristan Saunders. And they're riding heavy bikes as well. So they're getting faster. But there's a bunch ride. So I did 13:08 up Norton's. My PR is 12:57. So, and I've only done about 2,100 kilometers this year. I've ridden more kilometers on my e-bike than my road bike this year. What's going on? I've changed a lot of mental stuff, got back in the foam rollers. And obviously you can see I've lost weight, dropped off the juice, etc. So the weight's just come back down, so my watts per kilo's up. But the big thing I've been working on, besides the foam roller, is the mental aspect, the meaning we give to things, okay? So all year, not all year, sorry, every now and then I'd go out all year to this bunch ride and just do the Norton Summit segment. Because the ride's a loop, and the hard part is Norton Summit. The Norton Summit part is the hardest part of the ride. The rest is just sort of chatting and rolling tempo. Then there's a basket range one. Sometimes I go hard, sometimes not. But the Norton Summit, the unwritten rule is you fucking smash Norton Summit, all right? And then the rest of the ride, chill. So Norton Summit is the juice for me, the sugar bit. So Tori, if you don't remember Tori, amazing girl, super talent on the bike. I helped her learn how to clip in the pedals and got her on a first road bike, etc. Tori's been kicking my ass in this bunch up Norton Summit. I've been getting dropped by Tori, which is fine because she's a killer on the bike. But I guess, something about me, the coach being dropped by the athlete, it was bothering me a little bit, So I was like, okay, I want to set a goal by the end of the year that I can finally beat Tori again. And anyway, so she made it easy for me. She recently got a disc road bike with 72 PSI on tyres, so that made it a lot easier. But, because when you ride a bike like that, your performance is handicapped. You clip your wings. When you ride road disc, you clip your wings. And when you ride road disc hookless with 72 PSI, you really clip your fucking wings. You just do, all right? And so Tori's like one of the best cycling climbers female in the world, all right? She's dropping most bros out there. So she clipped the wings by getting the latest tech. And part of me is happy for that because it made it easy for me to get in front finally again. But anyway, so that's the meaning I attached to that. I was like, Tori helped me kick a goal of getting back into cycling fitness. And it's because I attached meaning to that, okay? And then my emotions changes. I've got to get more serious with how can I increase my performance and doing those things. But anyway, so we're in the bunch yesterday. I did 13:08, and the week before I did 13:13. So I just knew that I had to keep Tori in sight up to the hairpin, and if I could do that and then hold on, I'm good to go. So the bunch after the hairpin, after about 5 minutes, it kicks into second gear. It just really launches up. And the guys who are doing who could do low 11s on a proper bike, they wind it up a notch. And then the bunch junior splits in two. So the bunch split yesterday, and then I found myself going, no, just keep going with the fast guys. And then a little second group formed. And the meaning I had in my head, I wasn't like, I've only done 2,000 Ks this year. I shouldn't be here. I'm an imposter. These people have put in the work in. I'm just, blah, 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 blah. I was like, well, I've done the base over the years. Anyway, I changed the meaning in my head. I didn't let any little negative thoughts come in my brain, okay? My heart rate was very, very low given the wattages I was putting out, primarily because I was controlling my cortisol. I wasn't getting too excited. I was just keeping it chill, just keeping a few riders that I knew are good to follow and vibe off. Tori being one of them, because I know Tori won't drop the wheel, all right? She just holds the wheel until fucking failure, all right? So that's good. Some riders just give up. They just give up. But Tori is like, you can rely on her to hold the fucking wheel until she's just done. So I knew it'd be a good wheel to sort of sit in it. And then, so I did that. Then Tori blew up. So I went around and then got some other riders. And then we're sort of working together. And that was really good. We caught some other riders who had been shelled off the very, very front of the spear, the tip. And we're just working and rolling. And I just changed my meaning all the time in my head. I wasn't like, oh my God, we're doing 400 watts. I haven't done enough training, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this rider's, they're so much faster than me right now. They've been racing all year. I haven't raced for fucking decades, blah, 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 blah. I didn't have any of that at all. Had zero of that self-talk. The only self-talk I had was like, man, these kids, because they're fucking kids, man. These riders are 18 to 25, most of them. They're fucking, really thoroughbred genetics. Often I was just thinking, these kids, man, they're riding these fucking shitty disc brake, fat, soft tire bikes, man. Fuck, they got talent, all right? I'm glad they're riding that bike, because if they weren't, I'd be getting shelled a lot easier, all right? So that's my mentality. I was having feelings of sympathy. How the fuck are these talent kids riding these shitty fucking bikes as I'm banging out PR watts up Norton Summit, Didn't have a power meter on that bike, but based on the time and my weight, I'm doing PR watts. So that's my thought process, man. Sympathy. Sympathy for the riders doing the work, but getting these shitty bikes. That was my thought process up the climb at, max VO2 effort. I wasn't thinking about me. I was thinking about, them, okay? I was thinking about them. So when we put the focus off me, I'm suffering, this is hard, and we put the focus on the sympathy or empathy or like helping, we change our whole fucking emotional state, right? So I get to the top of the climb just thinking, fuck, man, what the fuck are these kids doing riding these shitty bikes? I only get to the climb, top of the climb, going, oh my God, I'm gassed, this is so hard. You see what I mean? And when you're having fun in life, you want to do it fucking again, all right? And then we get to the top of the climb, everyone's buzzing and, you know, get that, the endorphins going because we'll just put it out there, and I see more fucking talent on slow bikes. I'm just thinking, man, what's going on in cycling, you know? So that was my mental state. I was thinking about me, I was thinking about we, and how could I help these kids get hyped up to ride proper road bikes. You know, some kids today will never ever ride a proper road bike. Isn't it fucking crazy? So it changed your meaning, you change your emotions. So I had a much better experience on the climb, okay? So there you go. There's a little story there for you. Some people might get triggered by that, the truth or whatever. Anyway, I'm here to help. That's the goal. Change your meanings, you change your fucking emotions. And when you have a positive emotions coming up, you make better decisions in life. I could walk down the street and look at some bro like that. And he can go, what the fuck you got, mate? Maybe pull out a Glock if I'm in Chicago. Pull out a knife if I'm in Melbourne. And, you know? Because he's seeing me looking at him. But I'm looking at him going, that guy looks like that fucking Hollywood actor. What's his name? He looks like that rapper. What's his name? You know? That's what I'm thinking. But this kid, because he's got these different meanings in his head, he's thinking, what the fuck is he looking at, you know? What's his problem? I've got to fucking step up. I've got to control the situation. But I'm just looking at him thinking, man, is that rapper, bro? You know? Change your meaning, change your life. Next time you're on the climb and your legs are going zub-zub and your heart rate's through the top, change your focus. Change your focus. I guarantee if you switch it to a positive focus of what you can do for others or whatever, you're going to have a better experience, man. Focus on the bike. Focus on, wow, look at this. These people put these ceramic bearings in my bottom bracket. Someone's created the bicycle. Fucking hell, man. I didn't have to do anywhere. I just walked into the shop or walked on the Facebook Marketplace, handed over a bit of plastic, some digits on the screen, and I get this marvelous machine of freedom. Changing your focus, changing meaning. Yeah, you might think you're going crazy, but I would say it's crazy in life to attach excess or negative meanings to things that are going on, right? For some people, they get, you know, a terminal health diagnosis and it's just boom, understandably, the fucking world drops for them. Some people, when they get that diagnosis, the first thing they fucking hear is go, yes, now I've got a real reason I can tell my family to quit this fucking job I hate. Literally. That is the fucking first thing that comes to their head. That's their meaning. And what's their emotion like? Freedom. Yes, fucking oath. The doctor's banging, hey dude, I just said you got 2 months to live. Why are you fucking chanting? Attached to meaning, different emotions. So if you're feeling negative emotions and assuming you're taking care of your sleep, water, sugar needs, because I'll tell you what, kids, it's fucking way easier to have the positive focus and meanings when you're going to bed 8, 9, 10 p.m. When you're avoiding the caffeine or cutting it right back, all right? It's way easier to have control over your cortisol levels. And when you higher your cortisol, the harder it is to really grab your brain and steer it around, okay? So if you're ever feeling down or fucking overwhelmed, don't touch chocolate because it's got theobromine or caffeine or even most stimulants, okay? Worst thing ever. Just think of meth users as an extreme example. The methies do crazy shit because when the cortisol's that high for that long, the meanings you attach to things, you know, come on, cut you off in traffic, you come out with a fucking machete tomahawk. You know, like the meanings get too intense on the stims, okay? So if you want to have more control of your brain, cut out the stims and increase your carbohydrate. Have as much sweets as you want, all right? Keep the fat low, sugars up always. And that's going to give you the greatest participation in your daily reality. Thinking on the bike, the gears, the tuning, all right? DI2, fucking mechanical, whatever. If your derailleur hanger is bent, if your carbs are out, you're going to bed too late, you're full of caffeine, etc., you're not drinking enough water, you're bending your mental derailleur hanger. Doesn't matter what education or support you have, you can't shift the gears. They won't sit properly, okay? Maybe you get one gear good, and then something happens and you're just fucking all out. Because your emotional derailleur hanger is like that, when it should be straight, dead, bang, okay? So sleep, water, sugar straightens our hanger. and gives us the ability to tune in our meanings and focuses, etc. It's fucking game changer shit, and it's so fucking simple. Our egos are just unaccepting of the simplest solutions like that. The simplicity of the solution offends our arrogant egos. No, I've been to a therapist, or my mum's this, or my mum's dad, or I went to this school, I did this. No, it's not that simple, Harley. It can't be that simple. Because you're attaching a meaning of arrogance, and you're failing. You're always going to fail. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how many people love you. If you're consistently attaching negative meanings to things, you're going to have negative emotions, and you're going to be the rich person with the loving family who's fucking depressed and suicidal. All right? Versus the guy who lives in Kenya under a piece of plastic with 2 poles, who has gratitude, and his meaning of the day is like, I sort through trash to get $2 so I can buy rice to feed my family. That's my meaning of life. And every day's a good day because I'm alive. Who's winning in life? I'm going to say dumpster diver Nairobi's winning versus rich kid Brentwood, Just saying. And anyone can change their meanings at any time. So the money won't make you happy. Relationships won't make you happy. Because if your derailleur hanger's still fucking bent, I can give you more money. I can give you an amazing partner. But your hanger's still fucking bent. Okay? Straighten it up. Slit water sugar. And then attach better meanings to things. Simple as that. Anyway, that's what I love about cycling. And that is why people say, you got an eating disorder. You've got to exercise, anorexia, blah, blah, blah. No. All right. You might look like it. But the reason why I love cycling and running fast, 5K or hill climb TTs, or even the marathon, is the mental conditioning that it forces you to have to get your best performances, regardless if you're natty or not. The mental game, man. I love that challenge, getting the jigsaw in the brain and putting the pieces together so you have an amazing experience. To run a marathon in peak mental state is fucking epic, okay? To ride a bike up a climb in peak mental state and just ripping up there, it's a fucking incredible feeling, man. It's free, it's accessible to anyone who has that mobility. It's crazy, man. But even if you don't have the mobility, these derailleur hanger analogies still run true, okay? People don't like the truth, you're going to have a harder life. It has to be. Life's just so hard as it is. Why make it harder? Why make it harder? Sleep, water, sugar on the daily. Ryder yesterday came up to me and says, so what's the deal with fat and sugar? And I'm like, only eat fatty foods on the days you want to store more fat. So if you pinch your face and you're like, I don't have enough fat on me. If you're like, oh, I can see too much musculature on my arm. There's too much definition here. There's, my abs. I pinch my belly. There's too much, there's too little fat there. All right, do the pinch test. If you feel you've got too much fat on your body, then don't eat the fat that day. But if you feel like you don't have enough fat on your body, please eat fatty foods that day. Avocado, healthy oils, all right? Eat the healthy fats to put the fat on, okay? So if you find yourself too lean, that's the time to eat more fat, okay? Simple as that. So that's the answer. Fat versus sugar. If you find yourself just too lean, please eat more healthy fats. Hope that answers the question. But that's a different video, different topic. But again, attach the meanings. The meanings we attach to things determines our emotional state. You're attaching negative emotions, you're going to fucking have negative emotions, you won't perform as good. To wrap it up, example, I'm on the climb. My brain could have said, you haven't done enough training. Your bike's from 2008. It's not the latest tech, but I know the truth. All these little things the brain could say, okay? Oh, like, you just haven't done enough training. You just haven't done enough training. That's what we want. I've got to do more training, and then I can come back and do this. Maybe that's true, but you're there in the moment. Let's rock and roll. My meaning, yesterday, I just couldn't believe the talent on these shitty bikes. And I was like, man, this guy's riding a good bike. And then, this guy's, not riding a good bike. And then the other guy on the bunch is riding a good bike. Oh, this guy's fucking got it. He's riding a Wimbrake Colnago, super light, So I was just looking at the bikes up the climb, man. Bike geek over here. And that's what I was focusing. I was focusing on the bikes, man. I could tell you who was riding what yesterday. I I wasn't looking at my heart rate. I wasn't looking at the power. I was looking at the bikes, the bike tech, and astounded. I was thinking, man, this guy's on a fucking tarmac disc brake bike. Fuck, he's doing good, man. Imagine him on a rim brake bike. Wow. And before you know it, another 30 seconds has gone on the climb. I keep fantasizing about how much faster all these riders would be, you know? And when Tori got dropped and saying, why the fuck is she riding such a heavy, slow bike? I was thinking that for the next like 30, 40 seconds. And then boom, we're up the climb. Versus 30, 40 seconds, oh my God, this is hard. You know what I mean? 30, 40 seconds of thinking about someone's bike choice, you're up the climb before you know it. Oh shit, I went 13:08. Damn, that didn't feel that hard. As it should have, okay? That's the reality. Focus on the meaning that's going to control your emotions. Do it.